In Pittsburgh, April of this year, the city is vibrating. Over 700,000 fans have descended on the North Shore for the NFL draft. The seventh round is usually when people start heading for the exits, but not this time. Pick number 230 is on the clock. The phone rings for a kid sitting just a few miles away in Mount Lebanon. But when he steps onto the stage, the world erupts. He's not in a suit, he's in full dress blue uniform. He snaps a crisp military salute to Commissioner Goodell, pulls out a terrible towel, and the crowd goes into a 7-minute standing ovation. This isn't just a draft pick. This is a Marine second lieutenant who just became a Pittsburgh Steeler. Welcome to the Mantle, and today we talk about Eli Heidenreich. From the ski slopes of Seventh Springs to the halls of Annapolis, and finally back home to the Steel City, before Eli was a weapon on the turf, he was a weapon on the ice. For 9 years, Eli was a competitive ski racer at Seventh Springs. We're not talking about casual weekend runs, we're talking high-stakes slalom and giant slalom. This is where Eli built his foundation. Ski racing requires insane core strength, elite balance, and most importantly, the ability to recover in a split second when you're on the edge of disaster. He brought that downhill mentality to Mount Lebanon High School. By 2021, Eli was the engine of a Blue Devils team that simply didn't know how to lose. He led them to a perfect 15-0 season and the school's first ever 6A state championship. The stats from that year are video game numbers: 2,266 all-purpose yards, 29 touchdowns, and a team high of 60 tackles on defense. He was the Post-Gazette Player of the Year. He had the talent to go anywhere, but while other stars were chasing NIL deals, Eli was looking at his family's shadow. Legacy isn't just a word to Eli, it's a directive. His grandfather was a naval officer who served in the Korean War. His uncle was a Navy corpsman attached to the 8th Marines. When it came time to choose a college, Eli didn't choose the easiest path to the NFL. He chose the United States Naval Academy. So Annapolis isn't just a college. It's 4:30 a.m. wake-ups. It's a 4.4 GPA caliber workload in cyber operations. And Eli was spending his days studying network security and crypto analysis. Then spending his afternoons in the most grueling offensive system in college football. At the Navy, he played the snipe, a position unique to their modern triple option. He was a hybrid slot back and receiver. One play he's lead blocking for a fullback, the next he's running a vertical route 40 yards downfield. Scouts were calling him the Swiss Army knife, but Navy coaches just called him their best player. By the time he finished, he didn't just break records, he shattered them. He left Annapolis as the all-time leader in receiving yards of 1,994 and receiving touchdowns of 16. While most NFL prospects were training in luxury facilities in Florida, Eli was at Leatherneck. That's the month-long training block at Marine Corps Base Quantico. It's where you prove you have the commander's intent to lead Marines into the dirt. In November 2025, Eli went through Service Selection Day. This is the highest stakes draft of a midshipman's life. He didn't ask for a safe desk job in the Navy. He requested Marine ground, the grittiest, most physically demanding path available, and he got it. Eli was prepared to trade his cleats for combat boots permanently. He even told reporters that if the NFL didn't call, he was ready to be a second lieutenant first and foremost. But then came the 2026 NFL Combine, and Eli showed up in Indianapolis. But then came the 2026 NFL Combine. Eli showed up and put the entire league on notice. He blazed a 4.44 second 40-yard dash and posted a 6.55 second 3-cone drill, one of the fastest ever recorded for his build. Suddenly, the kid from the Navy wasn't just a good story, he was an elite prospect. Draft day in Pittsburgh was his destiny. Eli was invited to the green room, but as the rounds ticked by, the tension grew. And finally, in the 7th round, with 230th overall pick, the Steelers, his childhood team, made the call. The footage of him walking out in his dress blues is already legendary. He wasn't just representing a team, he was representing the academy and the Corps. But how could he play for the NFL if he was in the Marine Corps? Well, Under the 2025 National Defense Authorization Act, Eli is eligible to defer his active duty service. He has initiated a 10-year service contract with the Marine Corps Reserves. This means he will fulfill his military duty through recruiting and public service during the off-season, while wearing the black and gold on Sundays. He isn't skipping his service, he's doing it alongside his dream. Eli is the rarest breed of athlete. He's a local kid who stayed home, a soldier who earned his commission, and a playmaker who forced the NFL to take notice. He didn't take the shortcut, he took the longest, hardest road possible, and it led him right back to the South Hills of Pittsburgh. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have a story, or if you know of a story we should cover, we would love to hear it. You can leave it in the comments. We read everyone. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode.